Hey there, here are some juicing tips from when I used to juice. I don't juice anymore. I don't have a gallbladder, so I can't process vegetables the way I used to. And I miss juicing. But juicing is a great way to get nutrients, vitamins, vegetables, fruit into your system. So here are a couple tips. I would always recommend juicing wet fruit first, meaning apples, oranges, pineapples. You want to juice the wet stuff first because it makes it easier to then juice leafy vegetables like kale or spinach after. The reason being is oranges are liquidy, so after you take off the rind and you put the orange in there and you juice it, it makes the tube wet, moist, which makes it easier for the kale or spinach to go through it, and it won't get stuck in the blades as much. If you juice a dry vegetable first, you'll run the risk of having it get stuck in the blades and not juicing as well. Specifically leafy ones, like I said, kale and spinach. So you want to juice those after you've already juiced a liquidy fruit. Carrots are easy to juice, even though they're a vegetable, because they're not leafy. So they are easy to juice. Always wash your carrots first because you don't really want to cut the skin off. The skin has a lot of nutrients. So wash it since you're going to be drinking the skin, where normally on a raw carrot you would peel the skin off. I would recommend keeping the skin on, but washing it first. Like wash your apples as well. Obviously, oranges, you're not going to juice the peel. It's not that great. Lemons, lime, watermelon, melon, pineapple. Oh, those are all mango. Those are all great fruits to juice. Bananas you can't juice. They get very mushy. You don't want to juice a banana. Bananas are for blenders, not for juicing. So vegetables, you could do celery, kale, spinach. Oh, pear. Pear is also another great fruit. Strawberries, berries. Berries get very like bloody and gush like because they're berries, so they kind of like explode. They don't really juice as well because they're so tiny. Tiny fruits are not going to juice as well, especially when they're already mushy to begin with. I would save those for a blender. You could still juice them, but keep in mind it's going to look like a bloodbath, and it'll get in the blade and get all mushy. So vegetables, yeah, celery, carrots, turnips. Turnips are a really good one too. So you can play around. You can use really sweet fruits to cover up the taste of like a turnip or spinach or kale if you don't like that taste. So those are some tips. And then look at this picture down below that I had posted on my page in November of 2016. Oh my God, that was like 8 years ago. Don't get rid of the pulp. See the pulp on that juicing picture that I did? That juice was carrot, oranges, and I think an apple or a couple apples. So you can see it was very orangey yellow in look. I didn't want to get rid of that pulp. The pulp is full of vitamins as well. Don't just throw that out. You can use it for like your garden or composting or something, but don't throw out that pulp that easily. Add it into a muffin mix or a cake mix. And I made muffins out of it, and my kids loved it, and they had no idea they were getting carrots in there. But don't get rid of the pulp. The pulp is still, you could put that in a smoothie too. You know, you may have some ground up seeds if it's from an orange, but if it's ground up, you could still probably eat it. Throw it into a smoothie, throw it into a muffin mix, throw it into a cake mix. Don't get rid of the pulp. Obviously, if it's a flavor that you don't plan on using again or you don't want to, then don't use the pulp. Maybe you can give it to like, I don't know, chickens or use it for composting or something. But if there's a way for you to finish eating the pulp, do it because the pulp is also very full of nutrients and vitamins. So those are some tips. Make sure you wash whatever fruit or vegetable you're going to be eating the peel because not all fruits and vegetables you need to take the peel off. You can juice it with the peel on. Juice liquidy fruits first before you do like dry leafy vegetables. Just makes it easier on the blades. Don't try juicing a banana. Not going to work. And berries. Berries tend to become a disaster if you try to juice them. So those are my tips. Hope they help. Let me see what juicing things you make. And maybe I'll get back into it again. I don't know. How do you juice if you don't have a gallbladder? Like, how does your body handle it? Because it's just not. Anyway, juicing is really, really great way to get vitamins. So maybe I should start juicing again for my kids. They really loved it when they were younger. Oh, here's another thing. You can also juice, and if you're not going to drink the liquid, you can freeze it and make ice pops. I used to do that for my kids all the time. I used to juice and buy those little things and then make ice pops. And instead of buying orange juice that may have sugar in it or artificial, ice pops with artificial food coloring, you can juice fresh fruits and vegetables and then make ice pops out of them. So much healthier than things full with artificial food dyes and sugar. See ya. Country Cleaning by Kathy.